Hey there, bots and babes. Welcome to the 39th edition of the MSTie Minute, and welcome to my living room. My SOL is still not set up yet. I've been kind of lazy and haven't been taking care of it, but that's all right. We're here, we're cushy, we got my dog by my side, we are ready to roll because there's a lot to talk about. So let's go ahead and talk about a few things here real quick, important things. Of course, there is the tour happening. The 30th anniversary tour is happening, hopefully coming to a city near you. I'm working on setting up MSTie meetups before the show. I'm still looking for hosts and cities. If I was a millionaire, I would go to every single show and, just follow them like the dead and host all these meetups. But I'm looking for people who would be willing to just, maybe pick a local bar and grill that's close to the theater and just be there and maybe, make some new friends because, new MSTie friends are always good. If you're going to San Diego Comic-Con, be sure to visit the Shout Factory booth at 4118. They're going to have an exclusive Steve Vance t-shirt and lithograph that will only be available at Comic-Con. That's why it's an exclusive, so you'll want to check that out. And also, comic books. The comic books are coming out, and you should pre-order yours now. I think you have to go to a local bookstore, or you can pre-order them online somewhere. I guess I need to go pick mine up. So there's a lot more to talk about, a lot more fun stuff happening. So let's do it. Let's dive right into this edition of the MSTie Minute. Okay, let's talk about things happening with the fans, meetups, live riffing, and burlesque. Let's go ahead and talk about MSTease3K happening in Portland, Oregon on Friday, August 17th. This is striptease meets cheesy movies is their description of it. It is happening at Crush Bar in Portland, Oregon. Like I said, 21 and up, adults only, no kids. This is a burlesque show, but here's the kicker. It is hosted by Jackey, Neyman Jones of Manos-the-Hands-of-Fate and Manos Return. So how cool is that? If you're in Portland, Oregon, August 17th, mark your calendar, you will want to go check that out because it just looks like a lot of sexy fun. Here's a meetup that happens monthly in Fairfax, Virginia. The next one coming up is Friday, August the 3rd, and this is Midnite MST3K, like I said, in Fairfax, Virginia, at the University Mall theaters there. You'll want to go check that out. You get to watch MST3K at midnight. That's pretty cool. This is a new group that just sprung up over the week, Southwest Riffnight, which is in Arizona. They're going to be having, like I said, it's a new group that just popped up on Facebook, so you can hop up over there if you're from Arizona, or if you happen to be wanting to meet up with some folks before Kroll, the next RiffTrax Live, which happens August 23rd. They're doing a little meetup there, so I'll have the link for the event down in the description. If you're in that area, check them out. St. Louis, Missouri has a meetup group, and the next time they'll be meeting is July 28th for Torgo Fest. So I'm assuming there'll be lots of Manos. Portland, Oregon also has a meetup group, as well as the little burlesque thing I mentioned. But the next time they'll be meeting up is July 29th, and they're going to have an MST3K Summer Marathon. So you won't want to miss that. If you're in Columbus, Ohio, they have a group that meets up, and they'll be meeting up before the Mads come through this week, July 12th. Actually July 12th and 13th. Anyways, there's two events down there. If you're in Columbus, you can go check that out. Meet up with the MSTies before going and seeing the Mads. Now, here's some live riffing. If you're in Chicago, there's a group called Down in Front, and on August 7th, they'll be riffing through Blade. In Kansas City, Missouri, there's the Cinemasochists, and on July 10th, which is tomorrow, I think, I don't know what day it is, they'll be riffing through the Apple, which... that movie. Cineprov in Atlanta, Georgia. You'll want to go check them out on Thursday, August 2nd. They're going to be riffing through Troll 2. Mile High Movie Roast in Denver, Colorado. They're going to be riffing through Crocodile Dundee on Friday, July 20th. And here's some new folks that I just came across. I kind of knew about them, but I didn't have all the info. The Gentlemen Hecklers. These guys are in Vancouver. They're up north. They're in Vancouver, British Columbia. So, hey, Canada, here's your chance for some live riffing. The next one coming out will be this week. It's Wednesday, July 11th. They're going to be riffing through Street Fighter. So, again, the gentlemen Hecklers from Vancouver, British Columbia. Maybe by the third or fourth time of me talking about them, I'll get their name right. Over on the podcast, the Revival League podcast, of course, I was on an episode. The Junk Mouth podcast did a crossover with the Revival League podcast. I've been on both. Now I've been on the crossover. We did the red, white, and blue episode where we ate and drank red, white, and blue foods. You'll definitely want to listen in. There's a lot of whales. I tell a story. Hopefully you can hear it. It's a good story about whales. The Soulmates podcast recently released they're talking about Hercules Unchained. Robot Co-op, Agonywolf Media, my guys over there from Kansas City. Recently Rick voiced Superman in a stop motion animation video. That's kind of hard to say. So he's really good. You'll want to go listen to that. Be sure to follow their Twitch and become a Patreon if you can. They are always cranking out some great videos, and definitely want to throw some dollars their way. Here's what's happening online. The amazing Colossal Watch Together guide, hosted by yours truly. We are watching our way through every single episode of MST3K. We are still in the KTMA episodes. Coming up this Wednesday will be Superdome, start about 8 o'clock Central, so jump in and hang out with us. On the weekends, and actually throughout the week, but on the weekends we have themes for the MST3K and more online Watch Together group in the Riffing Room. Friday, it's Friday the 13th. So, of course, we're going to do Friday the 13th, which I guess means scary movies. And then this coming weekend, the Apollo landing happened on July 11th. If you did not know that, now you do. And in honor of that, we're going to have a space weekend. So, just 2 days of space movies riffed by our folks. Unfortunately, the July postcard exchange deadline has ended, but you can go ahead and sign up for August. I'll put the link down there. It happens every month, and you just don't want to miss out. It's fun. You never know if you're going to get like a postcard from Italy or something. You never know. So I think that's it for the fans. If you're planning a meetup or you're trying to reach out and maybe find some folks in your area, I'm always here. I know a lot of people. So hit me up down in the comments or shoot me an email. I think my email will still pop up, even though I'm not on my SOL. I think I can still edit things. So, let me know. I can maybe help you out. All right, let's talk about what's happening with the cast and crew. They're really busy. It's summertime, but they are just all over the place. As you know, season 12 has been filmed and shot, and we're in post-production, so huzzah for that. Let's talk about Manos. Everything's coming up Manos. Jackey recently had a birthday, so happy belated to Jackey of Manos Returns and Manos-the-Hands-of-Fate, of course. She played Little Debbie, now grown Debbie. Keep your eye out because they are doing screenings every now and then, typically on the northwest coast area, in Seattle, Portland, but you never know when Jackey might be coming to your area and bringing Manos Returns where you can get to see it, on the big screen. She has a podcast called Jackie's Hand of Horror that you should also check out as well. Did you know there's a prequel to Manos? It's called Manos, The Rise of Torgo. You can pick up DVDs on their website now. And there's a coloring book. There seems to be a coloring book for everything, and I love it. There's a Manos coloring book that you can pick up online as well. I got the link down in the description for you. Let's see what else is happening. Okay, RiffTrax. Of course, tickets are now on sale, or I think have been, for Kroll, their next live event, which is August 23rd. Get your tickets for your local theater, or maybe you get to go to the Belcourt because you live there in Nashville, so that's cool for you. If you didn't see, there are some Space Mutiny coasters with Drink McChugs a lot. I don't know what other names are on them, but I gotta say they're pretty cool. Go check them out. Some of the latest full-length riffs that have come from them are Snow Beast with Matthew J. Elliott and Ian Potter, and The Dark, which recently was released through their website. Their latest short, What Mary Jo Wanted. So, of course, that's riffed by Mary Jo and Bridget. Check it out. Go pick that up for yourself. Kevin Murphy recently had an interview with the Nerdist from the Nerdist podcast, the JV Club, as part of their Boys of Summer series. So you'll want to give that a listen. Let's see, what else is happening? Mary Jo has a podcast too. It's like a sports podcast. Their latest episode was about the Stanley Cup sort of, is what it said. Frank Conniff, of course, has his books that you'll want to pick up and read. If you haven't, take them with you when you go see the Mads. He'll sign them for you, or pick up your own copy there at the Mads. They've always got their merch going on because, you know, they're great guys and you get to meet them and they sign stuff for you. Anyways, here's another thing that you can go do. In Astoria, Oregon, happens every month, they have open Riff Night. The next one coming up this week is Wednesday, July 11th. You submit your name as a riffer and you do some riffing, and then the best person gets to riff along with Frank on some stuff. So that's really cool. I really wish I would suck, but I'm not a good riffer, but I would love to go and see how it works and how great everybody else is. The Mads are back and they are touring coming up this week. They're going to be in Columbus, Ohio. Just saw this one, Houston, Texas, July 20th. If you're down there, then they're going to be in Seattle, Washington, Denver, towards the end of July. I will be there. If you're in Denver or in the area, come see me because I'll be there. They have their podcast, Movie Sign with the Mads, with Carolina Hidalgo. They recently talked about Blazing Saddles, which of course is a great Mel Brooks movie, and Hereditary, which looks scary. Yep, not gonna watch that one, but they do they've watched it and they talk about it on their podcast, Movie Sign with the Mads. Jonah Ray, busy guy, he's got his podcast, Jonah Radio, that comes out every week. He might be in London this week. I don't know. He was kind of posting some tweets about needing a passport and then like go to the show. So he might be in London this Tuesday. If you're in London, keep your eye out because he'll just be walking around there. But then the end of this week, Friday the 13th, he'll be at the LA Cinematic Void riffing some movies. He will be at Dragon Con in Atlanta, of course. And the Joel McHale show, which we know he has worked on in the past. They have wrapped their 6 seasons, or their 6 episodes. And it'll be coming to Netflix this week, July 15th. Or excuse me, next week, July 15th. So you'll want to check it out and we'll figure out which sketches Jonah helped on. Hampton Yount, of course, has his podcast, Suicide Buddies, that comes out all the time. He was recently featured as the Comedy Central's Joke of the Day, where he talked about the McDonald's characters back from the 80s and 90s. Yeah, he makes a really good point, so you'll want to go check that out. Baron Vaughn, oh boy. So again, here you go, Canada. He is going to be in Toronto. Go ahead and mark your calendars for September 29th for Toronto's Comedy Festival, because Baron Vaughn will be there. I don't know exact dates, but he'll be there, so you'll want to be there too. Felicia Day, first and foremost, congratulations to her and everybody who worked on her marathon, her Twitch stream that she did to raise money for RICES, which is a law firm that is helping these children who are being separated from their parents at the border. They raised over $200,000, and that's just amazing in their 12 hours. They gave away a lot of cool stuff. Hopefully you were able to watch and see. They did some dancing. It was fun. She also has her podcast, Felicitations, that released a new episode recently. She'll be doing some Comic-Cons, of course. She's going to be at the Honolulu Comic-Con. She'll be at Dragon Con with Jonah. And she's going to be at the San Diego Comic-Con as well as part of a Dr. Horrible booth, I think, and an MST3K booth. So San Diego Comic-Con is the place to be. I think I would kind of freak out with that many people. Grant Pachoco, you may know him better as Waverly. He is one of the puppeteers, of course, for MST3K Season 11 and 12. He will be at Felticon, odd name, in Seattle, Washington, August 10th and through the 12th, doing some puppet stuff. A puppet slam, I think I heard. Of course, he has his YouTube series, Saturday Morning Media, and he has one of his other puppets who I truly love, Toilet Tea Paper. He's going on tour. If you're in California, go check him out. You won't want to miss Toilet because his thoughts of the week they're just great. Let's see. I think that's it for the cast and crew. If you know something, of course, always let me know. I want to spread the word. Okay, let's talk about merchandise. Lots of fun stuff coming down the pike for MST3K related merchandise. So, huzzah. The comic books, like I mentioned earlier, they're coming from Dark Horse Comics, San Diego Comic-Con. Again, visit booth 2615. I don't know what kind of MST3K stuff they might have, but go support them, check them out, check out their other comics. there's going to be a calendar, another calendar. As most of you know, there was a calendar as part of the Kickstarter. There is now a 2019 calendar that is coming out. You can pick it up on Amazon. I found, I was really leery of it. I was like, this doesn't look legit. But I messaged and found out that yes, it is legit merchandise, so go buy and buy me one. I need to start planning for next year. Shout Factory, like I said, they are going to be at Comic-Con with some exclusive t-shirts and lithographs from Steve Vance. You won't miss it. You won't want to miss it. Booth 4118. Go pick me one up. I think they were like giving away free the posters that came with the shorts DVD. Man, I'm really talking with my hands today. The poster that came with the shorts collection. They'll be giving those away like when you make a purchase. So make 2 purchases, make one for yourself, and then make one for me, and get us both a poster because I missed out on that poster. Of course, the MST3K Store has a lot of fun stuff. They've got bags. I think they've still got their summer bundle going on, which includes some cups, some glasses, a hat, a koozie, the robot roll call glasses, like I said. Let's see, Zen Monkey Studios. Yay, shout out to Zen Monkeys. This is one of their shirts. You can pick it up over on the website and through their Amazon. They have the pins. I don't have one of my pins on, do I? Oh, but, you can, of course, check out their stuff. They're always having sales, and always new products coming down the pike that they're working on, because he loves, the people there at Zen Monkeys, they love MST3K too, so, you'll definitely want to check that out. Of course, there are the trading cards that are still available. You can still earn some as being a Patreon from me. If you want to be my Patreon, I'd appreciate it. And of course, Think Geek has like the floor mat. They've got a mug, an apron, an oven mitt, and a blanket. Not that you need it now because it's hot as all get out. But yeah, I think that's it for merchandise. And for this week, whew, that was a lot. Thank you for staying with me. Again, if you are so inclined, please feel free to become a Patreon of mine through my Patreon. It helps me take care of stuff and mail stuff and do stuff and just thank you. I think that's it. That's totally it. Love and riffs, Captain Dolphin out.